I really thought that getting paid from the market would feel like I just won $1 million. Like I just completed everything. And I remember back to the days where I would put on my story, I'd put a screenshot of every single winning trade, and I'd hide from the losses, I'd hide from all of that sort of stuff. And I honestly did get a massive dopamine hit whenever I won a trade. And that was enough to keep me in the loop, keep me trading an unprofitable system, a edge that didn't work, because when I'd get them small dopamine hits from taking one or two winning trades every now and then, that was enough for me. I actually felt good, but then it got to a point where I was just fed up of that, and it got to a point where I realized, shit, I'm not really making any progress here. Like, this isn't working for me. And look, I was incredibly passionate about trading. I still am. I'm passionate about the craft. I'm passionate about teaching other people, inspiring people to improve and to actually have disciplined, reliable systems that do work over a long period of time. But if you are incredibly passionate about trading, you love it and it's your life, you are never going to succeed. Because if you still get dopamine when you win a trade, if you still get dopamine when you pass a funded account, you're it's just, you don't have the correct mindset yet. You're not really there. You're not in that position that you need to be to like extract money out of the market repeatedly. Because when I got a payout, I thought I would be super gassed. And don't get me wrong, for like 30, 40 seconds, I was pretty happy. I was like, I got a fucking payout. But after like not even a minute, I just was like, all right, back to it. Didn't care anymore. It's just normal. It's natural. And even when I take a losing trade, I take losing trades, winning trades, pass funded accounts, extract money from the live account, like make money on a live account. I don't get excited anymore. I don't get happy anymore. I don't get any sort of dopamine from the market. And if you're perceiving the market in any type of emotional manner, whether that be positive or negative, you are just not there yet, bro. I'm sorry to say it. It's the truth. And you need to be able to be completely and utterly emotionless to your system playing out. And if you don't understand what I mean by that, your system playing out is you are just the executor. You are just, if you think of it in like medieval times, the guy swinging the axe. He probably goes home to his missus happy as Larry. All he's doing is doing his job. He's just swinging that axe. You know what I mean? You need to just watch your system play out. If you got the back tested data, you got the edge, you know the system works. Why are you getting so emotional when you lose a trade? Why are you getting so gassed when you win a trade? Like, don't get me wrong, you can be gassed for a minute, you can be gassed for 2 minutes, but that excitement trap, that moment of like getting excited about the trade, like even when, say, you broke your plan and you win the trade, you get rewarded, you feel all excited about it. Even if I took a winning trade and I broke my plan, I'd feel like shit. I'd feel like absolute shit about myself, because the only thing I care about, the only thing I get dopamine from is fucking following the system over and over again repeatedly. A system that actually works, a system that I know is going to make me a substantial amount of money this year. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if you're constantly in that loop of getting excited of that one trade, or when you pass that account, you're like, you're on cloud nine for like a week, and you're telling everyone about it. You're like, oh, I'm a funded trader now, mate. Funded account's not yours, bro. You're trading for a company. Do you know what I mean? You've only got that account for a certain period of time, and eventually it's going to get blown, or the company's going to shut down. They're not the end all be all. And I really did think that trading was gonna fucking, like, when I was extracting money from the market, I really thought this is gonna be the best feeling ever. And when I got to the point where my mindset was strong enough and my systems were strong enough that I could extract money from the market, I'd already had that numbness, already had that emotional pain. So whenever you do something for the first time, it's always so exciting. But then the more and more you do it, the more wins you take, the more losses you take, the more funded accounts you pass, the more payouts you get. It just wears off. It becomes normal. It becomes, you're just looking for the next step, the next thing to push you forwards. And I mean, even one of my one-to-one students, Jacob, even he's now starting to get that. When he passes funded accounts, he's not really gassed. And even my new student, Will, he got gassed on his first two accounts. and it's just starting to become natural to him. You know what I mean? It's just becoming normal now. He gets these accounts, and it just is what it is. It's part of the game. It's part of the system. If he blows an account, he probably won't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean? It's natural. It's natural. So there is yin and yang to life. You've got the positives and you've got the negatives, and yeah, you can feel it. But when you're there fully, is when you're gonna not feel it. You're not gonna. You could be gassed for 5 minutes. Sometimes I get gassed when I win a trade. Maybe I went on in January. I went on a end of Jan to start Feb. I went on a 10 loss streak because I missed 2 winning trades in that period, and I just carried on executing. When I won that first trade after 10, don't get me wrong, I felt gassed for about 5 minutes, but then it wears off. If you're chasing that short-term dopamine, you're not going to get anywhere. You need to be chasing the perfect system, executing every trade, executing the plan perfectly every time, correctly risking, correctly deciding what you are going to be doing with your diversification plan long term, correctly DCAing into funded accounts. That's how you're going to succeed. It's not a hit and hope. It's not get excited about making profits. You know what I mean? And when you do become emotionless, when you do just let your edge play out, that is when you finally stop getting these psychological issues where you might revenge trade, or you might feel shit about a loss, or you might try and overanalyze and adapt and change the system, because if you don't feel anything for a loss and you don't feel anything for a win, you just let the system play out. And that's pretty much it. That's all I got to say today. Getting a payout isn't what you think. Winning in these markets isn't what you think. And by the time you become the man or woman, whoever you are watching this video, by the time you become the person who has got to the level that you will be extracting money from the markets, you will not be feeling these emotions. And if you want to work with me one-to-one and let me help you get to that point, then fill out the type form in the description below. And if you just want to be in a community of traders who are on the same path, the VIP Discord and the free Discord is also down below.